I shared that I wanted to tell you a family story and also a 4th of July story. The picture here is my mom and her little brother and her mom and dad. And my mom and dad here in this picture. And then over here, my mother's grandparents. Her dad's dad, her grandfather, was a California state assemblyman and also later on a California state senator. And that's a little bit of family. And here is the 4th of July part. He was a farmer, and I don't know if you can see it, but on the back of that combine, behind a 30 Best tractor, he's trying to advertise on the 4th of July along what we now call Highway 46 east between Whitley Gardens and Shandon. And they're harvesting a wheat crop, and he's advertising on the back of the combine, Jesperson for assemblyman. And you can see behind that tractor and combine, there's another combine, and this one has 21 mules pulling that one. And then behind that is a third one. As the sign says, it's around 1930, and that is a 32 mule team. And all of those mules are bound together, pulling together with well-fitting yokes, and they're working together. My dad says on this combine here, you can see it pretty well, there's 2 men that are sewing the sacks of wheat together after they're harvested, and he said they would weigh 140 pounds, and then they'd sew the sack shut, and then there's that little chute that heads down toward the ground. And once it had 5 bags on it, they'd trip a switch and it would drop those 5 bags onto the ground, 140 pounds each. And then a truck would come later and pick them up. And but you can see the teams pulling together. I'm sharing with you now another piece of equipment. This is a H.C. Shaw plow. They called it a Stockton gang plow, and it was parked here in around 1930, and as you can see, it has been here for a while. That tree that grew right through the middle of it wasn't there when they parked it. This too was pulled with teams of mules, and walking around the front here, you can see my big shadow, but right there to the right of my shadow is where they would get hooked up, and then they would pull together, because it is not something that could be done alone. And I wanted to show you around on this side. I took a shovel yesterday and I uncovered one of the blades of the plow, and to show you that as those dug in the dirt, this is the front one. There's, as you look up at the rest of the plow, there's 7 more, so it's what's called an 8-bottom plow. And there's just no way that one animal could pull that all alone. And I think of that as we are the church, and as we do things together. Sometimes things aren't always in perfect condition, and sometimes things need repairs, but there are things we can do together, and there are many things that we cannot do alone. And that's where I think today the title of our message, Jesus' Well-Fitting Yoke, is made for pulling together. And that's what we as God's people get to do as we serve in His kingdom.